What is up, guys? Welcome yet to another podcast video. And today in the house we have a very good friend of mine and someone you'll find very familiar to the Film It YouTube channel. Mr. De Bruin's in the house.
How you doing? All right.
We're going to be talking schizophrenia. We've got to talk schizophrenia. We've got to talk Twinkle. And more importantly, probably your biggest role, part really, which is the wrong. Part 1 and 2. So, how you doing anyway? How you been?
Yeah, all right. This lockdown is getting a bit tedious now, but I understand why. But look at the state of my hair for starters, but never mind. But
look at mine.
Getting stuff done, you wouldn't do, like tidying stuff up.
Yeah.
Stuff I've lost.
Yeah.
So, no, all good apart from that.
Yeah, same boat really. Been out all morning painting a fence. Got about another 6 panels done, bit by bit. Hopefully by the end of the lockdown I would have done the whole fence.
Yay.
So it should be pretty good. But it's baking outside. Absolutely roasting.
I know, it's lovely, isn't it? It would be next stickers under lockdown.
Yeah, but then I'm looking over the park, like I was talking to you earlier, and I'm seeing people take the piss by sunbathing, which is... Anyway, let's forget about all the corona stuff and let's concentrate on some more happier things, I think. So, go back to the beginning, like I did with Paul. What got you into movies? Stupid question, I know, but what was your first film, if you can remember, that you watched, and what drove you crazy about the passion of film?
Catford Cinema, late 70s, Superman the movie. Seeing Christopher Reeve fly up on that screen, that was it. I was hooked. And then obviously things like Star Wars and 80s movies were just brilliant. They were mental, but they were brilliant. And I've loved movies ever since then. I mean, you know that yourself.
Yeah.
As far as trying to get into the movies goes, that's something I tried to do, but just didn't bother pursuing it.
It was difficult back then in the 80s and 90s.
Especially at our school.
Yeah.
My club, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey ho, that's life.
Yeah. So, favourite film? Because I know it's probably a cross between... let me see if I can get it right. It's either a cross between Superman or The Lost Boys.
Oh, Superman the movie being the favourite, but Lost Boys close second.
So, yeah, 2 fantastic movies. Lost Boys got an amazing soundtrack, hasn't it?
Yeah, one of the best soundtracks done.
You actually got me a Laserdisc, which was really cool, which I'm yet to do an unboxing on the channel for. Quite rare, that one. Lost Boys Laserdisc. Japanese import.
Yeah.
Which is quite exciting. So I will do a dedicated video on that at some point, but we're in the middle of making a movie at the moment. So going back, I mean, we've known each other for how long?
Since school. I mean, you're a few years younger than me. Yeah, since school, so about 30 odd years. Mm.
And then we started because we lost touch for quite some time, didn't we?
Yeah, we
sort of separate.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Started chatting on that, then I popped round, didn't we?
Yeah.
When you lived at the other place.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about films and just got excited, and you had the idea for a little short film.
Mm.
Got my mate Han involved.
Yeah.
And we worked on that together.
Yeah. Before we keep going, I just want to show you guys a little bit by why we all love Rob so much. Here's a little montage of Rob in action.
Excellent. But you'd like to go into acting?
Oh, very much so.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, well, oh, very much so.
Yeah, well,
Kid murdered his brother, innit? Look, he's a fucking nut job.
Yeah, Ted! Ain't you the fucking prick that killed your brother? What? It's in a fucking nut, is that, eh? Did you say? No, go back. Fucking nutbag, mate. Fucking squealers, mate. You fucking dealt with your brother. What happened to your brother? Why was he in a nut? Why was he in a fucking nut? Yeah, whatever. Have a drink, man.
I play a policeman that originally caught your character many years ago, and is now tasked with finding you again.
I see 16-year-old male pushed,
Yeah.
fell.
Fell?
If you look there.
For me, she was just a friend. That's all.
A friend! A friend! What the fuck am I then?
You a fucking nut job. Fucking nut job.
I'm a genius compared to you.
Yeah. What was it? I'm just grabbing here and butting you. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're just going to cut to that. Is it recording? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay, again.
Okay. Rob Mo, always seen. Take 4. Action.
Yes.
Right, so I did the canvassing like you said, yeah?
Yeah.
And something was bugging me, so I went back to the neighbours, right? They'd said something about how there was an argument, but there was an argument with the...
Any animal. And now, become that animal. Music, becoming animal music. Now, wait. Dramatic, Michael, dramatic. What's he
Right, so schizophrenia. I mean, I've never had so much fun. Really. Because we started filming it at our old house, and then I moved. And
Yeah,
then...
and that was manic enough. You remember we filmed all that in a day,
yeah.
and then it was a year after that we spent one weekend doing the whole of schizophrenia.
Yeah.
We were shattered, and it was the hottest day of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you got us running down that alleyway.
Oh, do you remember that? I will be dropping some clips over the top of this. If you haven't, guys, if you haven't seen the BTS on schizophrenia, it's all on the channel. It was so much fun, and it was so funny. It was unbelievable. But that was an experience for us, I think. I mean, we could have made that movie in a weekend, but we was delayed so much with me moving and going back to the drawing board and backwards and forwards. It was just absolutely crazy. But you did a good job. You played a good copper.
Well, we all did. I mean, we cobbled together and we got it done in a weekend, didn't we?
So when you first got the script of schizophrenia, you'd never sort of acted before, had you? Or did you have any experience in doing anything to do with acting?
I've done an appearance on the Graham Norton show.
I wonder if we can get a clip for that. Can you get a clip for that? Have you got a clip?
I've got it.
Right, can you send me a clip of that?
I'll have to send you the disc, and you're going to have to rip it.
Yeah, so because I want to put it over the top of this,
Right.
to show the audience. But yeah, on the Graham Norton show, can't get better than that for a chat show, mate.
I don't think I want that online. It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. You're on the Graham Norton show. Nothing wrong with that.
Fella, look at I'm in a leotard.
Doesn't matter. Title of this video, if we can get this video over to me from Rob, if you can kindly send it over sort of ASAP, we will title this video Robert on the Graham Norton Show podcast.
I'll get it out to you as soon as I can.
Yeah.
But you got to get that trip up in the kitchen over to me that I asked for.
Yes, I've got it somewhere. I pulled 6 hard drives out my previous build, and they're actually all stored away. So I've got to, when my dock comes, I'm going to have to put it in a dock and send them over. But there is a really funny scene in Schizophrenia that we cut out, obviously, because it was an error where Rob tripped over something in my kitchen, and it was quite funny. It was actually quite hilarious.
Out that makes it more funny.
Yeah.
And I did a film, a mockumentary called Lads Night Out with Keith Allen.
Right.
which is about what lads get out on stag nights and stuff like that.
Where-
That was in the 90s.
Can we see that anywhere?
I've got it on VHS, but I have friends in it that wouldn't want that out. I will show you privately, no problem at all, but I've got friends that just wouldn't want that out in release, as if to say.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But, so we went from Schizophrenia, and Ham actually smashed it out of the park. It was absolutely amazing. So big shout out to Mo. On this flow. I hope you're good. I haven't spoken to Mo in ages. And he was meant to come in. I would have loved him to have a little party in The Wrong, but you'll have to have a word with him about that, see if he can make a guest appearance. That would be quite...
We can get him down for 1 week, get a bit of background or something.
Yeah, definitely. Because to me, The Wrong is... If you look at the story of schizophrenia, about schizophrenic, someone who's made schizophrenic by someone who was actually spiking his drinks, and he sort of lost the plot a bit. It's very similar to The Wrong, but The Wrong is more... It's what schizophrenia would wanted schizophrenia to be as a film. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of... that's why you're the lead in the film, because bringing you back for The Wrong is our homage to schizophrenia, and it's a feature. How can I put it? So the actual film is what I would have wanted schizophrenia to be if it was a feature-length movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I totally appreciate that.
Because there's a lot of sort of schizophrenic sort of topics in this film, like about mental health and stuff like that, which is, I think, quite important to show in the film. So,
as they will see in the film, you will see what we mean, what we're talking about. But you'll have to wait till next year.
Yeah, definitely. So, Twinkle Twinkle, what's your take on Twinkle? Could we have done better? There was a lot of errors in that film, I know. What's your take?
My involvement in Twinkle was just... I was involved a lot in the beginning, but I had to back out due to personal reasons, as you know. But the whole Twinkle thing, I think as you go along, Carlo, your filmmaking skills are improving, and we're on that ride with you.
Yeah.
So Twinkle was brilliant in its own right. Yes, it has things, but these things you go, right, should have done that differently. Oh, should have done that differently and that. But no, for your first major feature, it was brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
But, we all sat there and we all know, shouldn't have done that. Oh, that can be changed, that can be done. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, as we go along, the Wrong, we're putting our hearts and souls into.
A lot more preparation has gone into The Wrong. A year of pre-production, to get it perfect. But I think, I have learnt a lot. My editing, I think the editing was pretty good on Twinkle. There's a few things, because it is difficult to piece a story together. Editing a feature film is not an easy task. It's very hard. There is a few things I would have changed. And I do feel I could have added more shots to certain scenes. But yeah, other than that, like I said with Paul the other day, it's holds a close place to my heart. It's my first feature. It's our first feature. And we just have to be proud of it rather than... It'll live on in history for us. It'd be one of them things that we can look back on and say, wow, that was so much fun, we did that. And
so of course, there's always a remake,
I've been actually thinking of that. It's not escaped my mind. Now we've got Mike Pill on board. We could get him to actually make a Twinkle rather than acting like. Because I wouldn't do that again in that suit. That actually killed me. That did. I come out with more bruises and cuts like you wouldn't believe.
No, but the boys done well. You all done well, mate.
Yeah, it was a good film. So, The Wrong. This is the big one. I'm hoping this is going to be the one that's going to set the bar for us as filmmakers and as a team. So what's your take on The Wrong? How are you feeling about this? Because this is a lot of pressure on you because you're the lead character. So you and Richard Borman are the lead characters in the film. So it's a lot it's quite a complicated story, but it's a lot to carry. How do you feel about that? I mean, is it a challenge for you?
Of course, it's a challenge. Every day's going to be a challenge. But with meeting the good team we've got around us, you know, Paul, Jake, Daniel, Abby, the whole cast, Lauren, we're all going to pull together, and we're a team in this. So we're all going to help each other. Of course, it's going to be tough because this is it. This is the main one.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's going to be the sequel.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to work hard on this.
Yeah.
I'm confident about it. I'm just looking forward to getting started, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm actually itching now. It's got to a point where I'm like, you know, what can I mean, I've been doing stuff behind the scenes, obviously. You know, I've been writing music. We've been writing the main theme song, which absolutely, when you hear it, it's going to blow your socks off. Mm-hmm. It's a rock ballad. Paul's singing it, and he's been teasing me a lot with the lyrics because he's writing the lyrics.
Was it top man, Paul?
He sent me a little tester yesterday of him singing the lyrics, and I'm telling you now, it sounds incredible. This is going to be a really cool song for the film. So I'm really looking forward to that. But like you said, I mean, this is a major... I mean, we couldn't do it. We're not going to be able to do the film without each other.
No, I mean, we've got a solid team around us now.
The set pieces are incredible.
Yeah, we can't skimp on this one.
No, definitely. So it's going to be a case of sometimes you're running out of time and you think, right, I need to get this certain shot done, so that's done. And that's what we did with Twinkle. You know, there was a lot of rushing in Twinkle. But this one, is if we don't get the shot, then we'll do it the next day. Or we'll do it the next time. You know, and it's a case of checking everything 100 times until we feel like, right, yeah, we've got that shot. That shot looks absolutely incredible. That's the one we're going to use in the cut. You know? So, you've got your character. We obviously, we don't want to say too much.
Sorry.
That's all right. We're locked down, so that's why Rob's smoking on screen, because we can't go out. So, So Clark's character, the way I wrote him is, I as you know your movies, and when you read the script, because you've known me for such a long time, you instantly knew where I was coming from. So Clark and Harper is our Riggs and Murdoch. They're both very, very different characters. Okay? So Clark likes to do things the legal way. Harper actually doesn't give a shit. If that makes sense.
You know, he likes to get the job done, but he's got my back.
Yeah, he's definitely got your back. I mean, what are your techniques? I mean, what you've been reading the script. I mean, what sort of feel... How are you going to bring this character to life?
Well, basically, I've been looking at... I've watched the Lethal Weapons again. But that's not... I mean, I've been going off this guy, Tom Davis, his name is. He's a comedian, and there's a programme on the BBC called Murder in Successville.
We spoke about that on Schizophrenia.
This guy, Slate.
Yeah.
And I like the look of him, the way he acts, even though it's a comedy.
But you look like him. Which is crazy. And when you're in uniform, everyone said when you're in that coat, you know, especially with Schizophrenia, I'm looking at you now on my wall, which are right there. I mean, you actually look incredible as a police officer. You really, really do. It just suits you.
Yeah, because I look old and battered.
Yeah.
Been through the wars.
Yeah. So, Lethal Weapon, obviously, you're not modelling yourself after Murdoch. Is common sense, but
just the premise of it's more of the guy's been there, done it, just wants to go to work, get the guy, bang him up, that's it. Doesn't want to get too much involved other than that. But unfortunately, he's got a past. And as this past comes back to haunt him.
Yeah. So this has got more of a sort of, like, I don't really want to give too much away, but this has got sort of a supernatural element to it as well. So, and obviously you're playing alongside Richard,
Yeah, top guy.
You're playing alongside a lot of guys, and you're sort of, you know, how do you? I mean, is there a lot of pressure carrying people, like carrying the scenes to make them?
I personally think, from what I've seen of Richard and the gang, they're going to be carrying me.
Yeah.
Until I get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done some scenes for you here.
Yeah.
That I sent over, like proper emotional scenes. And I think I sort of nailed it, but that's working off what Richard sent over.
Mm.
And that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to doing. Obviously, I'm not going to mention what one it is.
What with you and Gillian?
No, yeah, well, yeah, and the build up to Gillian turning up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it'll be all right because obviously we've got some seasoned actors with us.
Yeah.
And that's going to help me all the way. I mean, I've got you behind me. I mean, you know me, you know how it works.
Yeah.
If you're not happy with it, you pull me one side and go, this is what I need you to do.
Yeah, yeah. But I think we're going for sort of a lot of, or not so much, we're going for a lot of realism in the acting because, you know, this is a British film at the end of the day. This is not any other sort of film. It's a British film, so it's got to be authentic when it comes to the police force, how the police work, how detective works, so on and so on and so on. So, can you tell the guys, like, have you been doing any research? I know you've been following that program of yours, but is there any other research you've been doing for the character?
No, to be honest with you, not really. As far as research goes, it's just watching it over and over again, procedural cop shows, to be honest. But more American. But also, I've been watching some of the series of like the Sweeney.
Yeah.
And things like that, and their partnerships. Because obviously I'd like it, like Richard and I like that.
Yeah.
One's by the book, the other one's just, let's just get the job done.
Yeah.
And get it sorted. But I think as far as I'm going with Sleet again. I know he's a comic character, but I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Behind the comedy of it. I like the way he works. He's old school, battered.
Yeah. So the sort of, there's a lot of sort of quite disturbing scenes in this movie as well. Very disturbing scenes. I mean, if you've seen what was your take on the teaser trailer? Because obviously you was away when we shot the teaser. So when you actually saw the teaser for the first time, as someone who's actually going to be in the film, what was your thoughts on it?
It's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. My thoughts were that Dan is doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Paul is going to blow it out of the water. But we will see. Once we get more scenes in the can, using old film terminology, I strongly believe that we're a good team and we're going to blow this out of the water.
Yeah, definitely. So, obviously, this lockdown has sort of held us back. Our first scene was meant to be the 1st of June. So we're hoping, which is in the school, so we're hoping that can go ahead. We're just playing it by ear at the moment. It's in the diary. And we're just going to have to make sure, hopefully this lockdown we're under is going to be lifted by then. And we can get back on it. But do you find this lockdown is throwing you off a bit?
It has, because obviously we're having meetings every month, and things happen, and you start having other worries rather than the film itself. Mum and dad going to be all right. Silly little things. You worry about family and what everyone's up to. But once we get back into it, we'll get into the swing of it. It's as simple as once we all meet up again.
Yeah.
Just get back into the swing of it. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a meeting beforehand.
Yeah.
And get back into the thing like we did last time.
Yeah. It will definitely be a case of once this blows over, once the restrictions are lifted, that'll be it. We'll be on set.
Cool.
We'll be sort of ready to go because everything's sort of prepped and ready to go. It's just a case of right, let's just load everything up and get on set and start filming. So I wanted to talk to you about the physical part of this, because there's quite a bit of physicality in this movie. How are you feeling about the physical stuff? Because there is a lot of running, there is a lot of jumping, you know. And we're not Tom Cruise.
It comes because, as you know, the original plan was get to the gym, get fitter, and this has just totally ruined it.
Yeah.
Ruined it. Oh, God. I've just been lying there watching films and stuff. I've got to get fit for this, because the last thing I need to see is like a slow-mo of me running out of my gut still wobbling behind me. I'm sure there's no computer power in the world that can take away this gut, you know what I mean?
I could send it to a render farm.
There's always that. You know, it'll take you too much giggage.
Yeah. There's 12 terabytes. Yeah. Wide angle lens.
I've got to try and drop some weight.
Well, I had to go weigh myself, lost 1.5 stone, so I'm really pumped about it.
Well done. I know your ears are smaller.
But I don't know how that happened, because my partner said to me early this morning, let's see how much fatter you've got. Okay, so I was like, okay, so got the scales out, and I weighed myself after months of not weighing myself, and I'd lost. And I double checked it like 3 times, and I lost 1.5 stone. So I was like, oh, okay.
Probably because
you
decorating the fence, you know, and doing little things, wax on, wax off, and all that.
Yeah.
Keep occupied.
Wank off. Sorry, I'll cut that bit out. That does come in handy. So I got a play set. Did you see the play set?
Oh God, yeah, that was one of the campest photos I've ever seen.
We're gonna have fun with that on set. So I'm trying to figure out what else to ask you. Do you want to ask me some questions and I'll cut it?
I mean, how are you feeling about it? Are you nervous?
I am nervous. I won't lie to you. It is a big cast. You know, it's not a small cast. We've got about 30 people, you know, in this film that are doing major scenes. So I'll be an idiot if I turn around and went, no, I'm not nervous, because I am absolutely, because I just want it to be right.
Yeah.
You know, I want it to look good. So it's not just that. I've got your futures in the palm of my hand. So my job as a director is to make you guys look as good as you possibly can through that lens, so you get picked up. Do you see what I mean? So yeah. There's a lot of pressure on me, you know. If you come out and do a scene, I can't be like, you know, even if the scene turned out rubbish, do you know what I mean, and didn't pull the scene off, I can't be that sort of director. I'm not that sort of director that I turn around and say, yeah, that'll do. Do you know what I mean? Because it's for the whole cast benefit. Do you see what I mean? Like, if I'm turning around and saying, no, you've got to redo that again, it's because I can actually see what's going on through the lens, and I can see it in the edit, how good you're going to look if you play it this way or you play it that way. So as a director, sometimes I'm a bit sort of, what's the word? Not strict, but sometimes I get a bit sarky.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I get a bit sarky, but it's not because, it's because I want you to look amazing. I want you to be able to look back at that film and say, fuck me, Carlo had a point there, mate. I look fucking wicked on screen. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you don't look good on screen, I want to be honest and say, you know, look, we have to reshoot that scene again, because at that point you had your finger in your ear, or you had your finger up your nose, or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's sort of tough love in essence, because I want it for you guys. I want you to look back and think, I look so good in this film. Does that make sense? Yeah, but as far as going back to going back to the main part, yeah, I am nervous. I'd be an idiot if I wasn't. You know, no director on this planet will get on set without some nerves, without feeling nervous.
No, cool.
But it's always the nerves kick in on the first scene, that very first scene, yeah, that you shoot, you know, that's when the nerves, because it's either it's going to work or it isn't going to work. That's why we did the teaser trailer. And the idea of the teaser trailer is to get a feel for, like I said to Paul the other day, you know, the tone of how it's going to look. So it'll either work or it won't work. And I think it worked. It worked amazingly. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I am bricking it. I'm not bricking it. I'm nervous, but I'm confident at the same time that... Because I have to have that confidence, don't I? Otherwise it's going to go Pete on.
Of course it is.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm confident.
I mean, you happy with what like Richard and I have added for certain scenes, so much and all that?
Well, you know, Rob, you've known me for a long time. I love improv. I love people to bring their own take on something, because that to me shows passion. That shows that you're bringing your own set. You know, everyone needs to bring their own set of key skills to this film. It's not always about the director. It's not always about what the director wants. You know, yes, he's guiding the story and he's doing the scenes, but I can't turn around. I write the scenes for you, but only you can bring them scenes to life. So if by adding stuff and by adding your own, as Delboy would say, je ne sais pas pourquoi, to your sorry, I had to get that one in. By adding your own take on it, on the character, that's what it's all about. That to me is filmmaking, and that's what makes it realistic. Because you can read off a script, yeah, so you can get your script right, and you've got your lines, yeah. But at the end of the day, they're written, so you don't want it to be too robotic.
No, you want it to flow. You
want it to flow. So by adding your own little spin on it, that's the way you help it to. That's the way it flows. The performance flows. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm at a stage now where I just want to, you know, all the gear's ready in the corner of my studio. You know, I'm ready to sort of, you know, everything's charged. I've even labelled all the batteries. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you might as well do it. Yeah.
And now it's dedicated to the Chinese, that is.
Back one, back two.
I'm not going to eat these, though. That's the only difference. You know, the camera batteries I've labelled. I've been doing little things that seem a bit like, really? But all this makes a difference, you know, like getting really sort of organised. So everything's organised. And obviously we've been planning a lot of stuff that I would have done after the film was finished. You know, like the end credits soundtrack. I would have started probably planning that when we was probably about 80% into the movie. Because the track that Paul's writing, I've composed it, is the end credits of the film. So we probably would have started that probably when we was about 80% done filming. But now we're doing it now because we're stuck in our homes. We're stuck in our homes, so there's no point just sitting there dwelling. Just might as just get things done, if that makes sense. But we've got a lot of wicked props. We've got your gun through. I don't know if you've seen your gun in the film.
No, not my. I've only seen the one I was using when we was doing posters.
Yeah, let me get it. Stay there, I'll get it and I can show you. So, I mean, like, the realism of the props, I mean, that's your weapon. You've seen it, haven't you?
Oh, that's nice. Nice, got a little torch there as well.
Yeah, it's got a silencer. So it's got sort of like a laser scope on it, which lights up and all that. So, I mean, the props for this film are second to none. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys, you know, use these tools in the film and sort of bring this to life, because it's going to be incredible. You know, there's a couple of things because we've got a couple of like really big scenes like in London. So, you know, like on London Bridge, I've got a scene on London Bridge. So I'm a bit nervous about getting that done. Do you know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on, but
do we have to have perfect and all that?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, because it's only literally a really quick scene. It's literally, you know, a couple of minutes on the bridge. I mean, If you see, this is what gets on my nerves. You get people with, tourists that come all over the world. Come from all over the world. They got their cameras, they got their bits and bobs. They're taking pictures of this on the bridge and stuff like that. But when you want to film it or something, they turn around and say you need a permit. What's the difference? What's different?
Well, exactly. What is the difference? You tell us, people.
Exactly. Post a comment in if I wanted to do like a holiday video, like a holiday vlog. Hello, I got my camera here. I'm on London Bridge. Hello everyone. Like a vlog for YouTube, that'd be alright. But if I want to make a movie, I don't get what the now I've got to get a permit because it's a film. I don't get that. But I think it's a case of you probably need a permit if you're setting up an entire crew, like production. If I was setting up tents and I had big jibs and cranes and stuff like that on the bridge, then maybe, I'd have to get permission. But the scene we're shooting on the bridge is, without giving too much away, is literally a 30 second scene. You know what I mean? We've got a lot of distance in this film as well, haven't we? A lot of travelling.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
To do.
But obviously, they'll just think it's one place, really. They know it's London, but we're all over London.
Yeah. So, thinking of what else to ask you. So, going back to Twinkle.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right. What did you learn in Twinkle? Is there anything that you learned to make yourself better as an actor?
Pay more attention, and to be honest, you learn as you go along, I think, in this. And I was more with Twinkle paying attention to you, because obviously with Twinkle at the beginning, it was myself, you, Han.
Yeah.
And then obviously it all changed round, but we was there in the pre-production parts, and obviously you got Charlie and Lee that did a brilliant job. But as far as the acting's concerned, so you say action, I'll do the best I can for you. In my mind, and you'll only learn more. And because on this one we've got some seasoned actors in it, learn from them as well.
Yeah.
So as far as the acting is concerned, it's something that always can be worked on. But you know me, Carlo. You know me for long enough. When you say action, I'll do what I can for you. If you don't like it, I'll do it again. Yeah.
And I think that's as a team. I think we're all going to have. It's all going to be a point where. You don't, because I've seen actors that don't agree with what the director says, and turns around and says, well, maybe we should do it like that. I am the sort of person that agrees to a lot of things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's give it a go. But there's a lot of directors out there that are stuck up their own backside and won't, if you turn around to me and say, Carlo, maybe we should shoot it from this angle so we could see this. A lot of directors would say, up your bollocks, mate, we're shooting the way I tell. Do you see what I mean? We're shooting the way I say to shoot, but I'm sort of not like that. So do you sort of appreciate that as an actor?
You've always listened to even Schizo in the early days, or even when we done it in your first house, me, you and Ham just beating the shit out of each other in your kitchen. You remember that?
Yeah.
And even Ham was saying, holding that camera, you remember the weight of it?
Yeah.
And he'd go, no, it'd look better if we done it that way. And you went, yeah, we'll do it that way, but we'll do it this way as well. So you always listen to what we got to say. Because I think going into this, if anyone's come up to an idea and you just shut it down, you'll start getting the on a power trip.
Yeah.
What's he fucking Scorsese over there?
But
if it's a crap idea and everyone goes, that's crap, then it's crap, isn't it? But if everyone goes, you know what, he's got a point, just try it.
Yeah.
And you've always been welcome with things like that.
I mean, that Black Magic Cinema camera we used for Schizophrenia, that was a heavy camera.
It was.
Our camera's a lot lighter, a hell of a lot lighter in the wrong compared to Schizophrenia. That was, I mean, I mean, there's so many funny scenes. I mean, go back, guys. If you haven't seen the BTS on Schizophrenia, I do recommend that you check them out. They were absolutely hilarious. What you're going to learn from them, I don't know, but the entertainment value, yeah, you can see me running down me garden path with me pants, with me shorts hanging around my arse. There's a lot of crack in that BTS, a lot of crack. It's a big crack.
And I bet it makes a return for the wrong as
It's got to make a return for the wrong.
The wrong.
Oh, bless. Do you remember when we was doing the meeting? So we was in the meeting for the wrong, and then poor old Dan bent over and his trousers were practically round and he had his arse. It was so funny. I wish I...
Oh, yeah, you were on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. And I sort of looked at that and I thought, is that what happens when I do it? Is that the response?
You think, well, hello, sailor.
Are you winking at me?
Are you winking at me? Cheeky. I will say, going into this, wear a belt, please.
Yeah, or some good
high-waisted slacks.
Yeah. Well, I'm losing weight now, so maybe my belts will fit.
Down by your ankles.
Yeah, because at the moment, I mean, my belts are not fit, so I have to sort of hope that my jeans, my shorts are tight enough so they don't fall down, but they never are because I can't put a belt on. It'll be a crack. Whatever happens, there'll be a little bit of crack. In the BTS of the wrong. So, guys, stay tuned for that. You know, if you're lucky, you might see a bit of my anus. Anyway, enough of this shit talk. Excuse the pun. So, we start hopefully shooting in June with our first scene. I'm trying not to give too much away. I mean, I do know we're doing the BTS, which is going on YouTube. But to me, that was quite important. We are a filmmaking YouTube channel at the end of the day, and as you know, and we do like to share our journey with people out there. We like to share what we're doing without sort of giving too much away. Yeah, you know, about what's going. How do you feel about that? It's quite important, or?
I think it's important, but I definitely think what happened with Twinkle, because there was a lot behind the scenes that was pumped straight out there. Beginning is why they use the word snippets. Is perhaps take it back, because in the long run we don't want to give too much away. I mean, you know what you're doing when you're editing it. You know, we don't need to. It's perhaps more chats with people what we're doing at the minute. How we're doing it, where are we? You know, little things.
Has Carla got a belt on?
There's Carla, or zoom in over there, you'll see it.
So you got a lot of memorabilia behind you. Some serious memorabilia behind you. We can definitely say you're a film buff.
Yeah, autographs. And I don't know, it's from needs redecorating, man.
Yeah? Maybe we could do that together after the wrong's finished.
Oh yeah, brilliant, thank you.
Come down with some bright red paint.
Bright red?
And we can make a big S. Sarah could do that, actually. Have the whole back wall a massive Superman S.
That would be brilliant, but unfortunately I'm in my 40s now, so I've got to be...
So what? I've got Mario up there.
Mario?
I got say hello. You can probably see him on the other camera.
There he is. Hello?
Hello, it's a Mario. I don't know why I've just moved him, because you're going to see him on the other camera anyway.
Oh, you've got two? Oh, yeah, you've got two cameras.
Always. Right, put him back on there.
You don't have to beat your Mario.
It's City. Where's Sweet?
It's Sweet.
That is Sweet, yeah, I get confused. Where's Sweet? City.
I haven't got... I thought Sooty was a prick. I prefer...
Hang on, let's do this properly, Bubs. Keep Sooty there.
Sweet.
Hello. So, welcome to the podcast with the puppets.
Oh, he doesn't really talk though, does he? He just goes...
Mine don't do nothing. Mine don't do nothing. Mine don't know. Hello. Hello. What are we doing today? Come on, let's sing a song.
What shall we sing today, children?
Let's sing a song. This is so not getting cut because this is a lot of fun. Hello, do you do ventriloquism? Can you do it? Hello to the radio. I eat bats and I'm.
Answer to your question.
Let's do the staircase. I've just come from the cellar and there's no wine left. It's because I've drunk it. Okay, I'm going to go and see if there's any more wine in the cellar.
Ladies and gentlemen, the director.
Oh, get out of it. I think we just lost it for a second.
As per usual, my friend.
Good job I got this here, innit? Bang! Oh, God, I found one of my...
It's only a toy, people. It's only a toy.
Right, you see this? This is... See this, right? See the smash?
Yeah.
Right, so that is a really good ND filter. So that's really expensive, this one. Okay? And I took it with me to LA.
Yeah.
And it actually exploded on the camera.
Oh my God.
So I was shooting it and it was so hot, it actually just shattered.
Oh my God.
But I keep it because it was actually quite a good effect. Do you know what I mean? I've actually got that footage somewhere where I was recording and you could see the lens looked like it was cracking, exploding. Pretty awesome shot. Don't know what I'll use it for.
Expensive shot.
Yeah, very expensive. But yeah, it's all good. So, I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to talk about next. Pornhub. Do you find that in lockdown to be quite useful at the moment?
Not really. No, I'm at that age I can't be bothered. I need a week's notice.
Do you?
Yeah, I can't have a run up.
Well, I'm a bit pissed off because my missus has taken the blinds down off the curtains down. And she's put blinds up, so they're really sharp. So I can't even wipe myself on the curtains no more, do you know what I mean?
Just didn't think of your needs.
Sorry guys, this is really sort of out there at the moment. This is, we've gone from making a feature film to masturbating. I think this is like 4 weeks in lockdown at the moment. This is what it does to you.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to put my place out on, but I might get a lot of comments about me looking as gorgeous as, you know.
I'm probably going to get, why is my head so shiny? Why do I look like a ghost? What are you doing? Lovely boy.
Do you know what's the point of this?
You look like George Michael from the outside.
You're gonna have faith for faith for faith. You're gonna have faith for faith for faith. Baby! And now I look like Jimmy Cricket. Ooh, Betty. That's not Jimmy Cricket, that's Frank Spencer, isn't it?
Frank Spencer, yeah.
I think I'll keep this on for the rest of the video.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
Let's go backwards. How's that? No, French. Oh my God! I need to sort this lockdown out because I can't stay at home no more.
It's funny, isn't it? As everyone's saying, when you're told to stay in, you want to go out, and when you can go out, you want to stay in.
Well, everyone's out there. I mean, it's all over the news at the moment. People, apparently, Brighton is rammed. Apparently, Brighton is absolutely rammed. Who do people think they are? It is disgusting. So we got back onto the wrong.
Yes, mate.
Any concerns? I mean, is there anything that's sort of worrying about? You're worried about with making this?
No.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous about it. I'll be nervous all the way through it. I think I'll be stupid not to be. I ain't going to turn out and go, right, let's do this.
Yeah, cocky bollocks.
I'll be nervous. Every scene, nerves. It's going to be.
I think everyone, when we first do like the major, when we're doing like the really sort of big, important scenes, I mean, you can't really tell with me because I've got Parkinson's, I shake anyway. But most of you are going to be like, I don't know, shaking like a shitting dog. Do you know what I mean? You know, but that's good. That I think nerves is really, really good. It's a good thing to have because it shows you care. If you're nervous about something, it means you want to get it right, and that's why you're nervous.
Yeah, I don't want to just turn out and go, right, is that it? And then off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's got to, you know, we've got to feel right, and in the end, we've got to make it right. So, all good in the hood, mate. All good in the hood.
So that's brilliant. So thanks, Rob, for today.
That's all right, mate.
You're an absolute legend. You will be seeing more of Rob, obviously, in the future on the channel. I'll post some links in the description where you can see some BTS of Schizophrenia, which was absolutely fantastic to make with the guys, to make with Rob. But obviously, there's a lot more coming of Rob in the future BTS.
Cool Twinkle as well, just to let you know.
Yes.
Briefly, but I was in it.
Yeah, I'm going to drop a little clip of Robert in Twinkle now. There's going to be some beeping. No, sorry, we ain't going to beep out nothing. So, thank you so much, Rob, for today.
Thank you.
The guys love you very much. Hopefully we can get back on this journey quick, and hopefully this corona stuff will blow over. It's just another opportunity to say thank you so much to the NHS for what you're doing. All the people that are out there sort of risking their lives, key workers, police, fire brigade, the shop staff, postman, everyone that's out there trying to keep this country ticking over, and at the same time saving lives. Thank you so much. We love you very much. Every single one of us at Film It VFX Studios are rooting for you guys. So thank you. Thank you, Rob, for today.
Thank you.
Thank you for a productive and funny chat. And as like I just said, guys, you'll be seeing more of Robert in future videos of the BTS of The Wrong. So as always, guys, love you very much. Much. And as always, we'll definitely catch you in the next video. Ciao.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
No, imaginary person, you I'm so sorry with your children watching. I know, I can't apologize enough. You're pretending. All right? So, you got it. Robert, this again. So, there's an imaginary person, and you're seducing them with your eyes and your body. All right. Romantic swirling music, please, Mike. Okay, you're looking ahead. You're staring into space.